Mr. Benny Blanco. Can you share one thing about yourself that you want people to know about you?
Oh, one thing. That I love cooking. I love cooking.
Oh, really?
So much. Yeah, so quarantine was like even more cooking than I ever even do.
Awesome. Cool. Me too. Like I love
You
cooking.
like cooking?
Yeah. And the lockdown really kind of made me a chef. So cool. Awesome. That's great. All right. So moving on to your music, let's talk about Lonely. A little bird told me that Justin was actually super nervous releasing this song. How did you persuade him or convince him to release this song?
I think he was like, do I release this? Like, should I? Like, and I think he just came to it himself because I think he realized that like if he released this song and just one person anywhere in the world hears it and is like, wow, Justin Bieber goes through the same thing that I go through.
Yeah.
He realized that he did his job, and it's a song that just shows like, hey, it's all right to not be okay. Like, we're all going through something. And it's like, I don't even know you, but I know for sure you've been through something in your life. And if you haven't before the quarantine, you definitely have during quarantine and COVID. Sure. And it's just like, I think like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to like have a bunch of people around you, but still feel like you're alone. And I think what better time than now for this song?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Like when I heard the song for the first time, I was like, man, he definitely has been through some things in life. And such a great song. I resonate with that song really well. So you've worked with numerous artists, like so many artists, but could you share with us what stood out about working with Justin Bieber? I know you guys go way, way back.
Yeah, like my friend, actually Scooter Braun, his manager, put me in with him in 2009. He was like, you gotta hear this kid, he's so good. And we made our first song in 2009. And Justin he has that thing where he's just real, he's genuine, he's always gonna tell you how he feels, what's going on. That's why he released this song, like, and he's not afraid to do something and mess up and just be himself and just show you that you can be yourself, and it's okay to have a few pimples on your head sometimes. Yeah. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to say the wrong thing. It's okay to say the right thing, and just he's just a real person. So I gravitate when someone's like that.
I love that. In fact, I saw y'all's performance on SNL, like when you guys performed, and I thought that was I cried. I was like, damn, this performance is by far one of the best performance I've seen. It's so simple yet so real, and you could feel like the stuff that he went through. Speaking of that, you mentioned that when you were performing that song, you were emotional, just as emotional. Like, is there something you want to share about why you were so emotional?
Yeah, I'm a fan just like you are. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching him and I'm like, what? And I'm like, he's singing that high note and I'm like, don't mess up, don't look down, and I'm like, just sitting there just trying to be like, oh my God. Like, so it's like at the end of the day, I'm just a fan. So when I see Justin singing those runs that weren't in the song, I'm like, what? I'm like, listen, I'm like, ooh, that sounds good.
That sounds good. That role, right?
Yeah. And it's just overwhelming. That was like my first time really outside with like people, and like, it was like a strange experience overall,
Awesome. I mean, you might see yourself as just a fan, but I think I confidently put you and Justin on the same platform. Like, you guys this song still sticks with me to this very day. So what is your advice to people who also resonates with this song and feel lonely?
Man, it's like, during quarantine and COVID, it's been like, it's like you wake up and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, do I like this person? Do I need to work on something? And it's like, you got to ask yourself a lot of hard questions in quarantine. And you're never alone. We're always going through something. Like I go through, I'm going through so much stuff all the time, and I'm happy. And but it's okay to go through things. It's okay to have anxiety. It's okay to have depression. Yeah. There's so many places where you can talk to people, and it's like, don't bottle up your emotions. Yeah. That's my main advice. Like, don't bottle up your emotions. Yeah. Like, just be you.
Yeah, that's why whenever this song comes on the radio, I just sing my heart out. So moving on to more music from you. Your new song with Juice WRLD, God rest his soul. I know you worked with him previously on Graduation and Roses. What made you want to share with us the unreleased song, Real Shit?
Man. It was the first song we ever wrote.
Really?
Yeah, it was the first time I was ever in the studio with him, like 2-3 years.
What was that like?
Man, I remember my friend had played me a song, and it was like an unreleased song, and I was like, who is this? And he was like, I don't know, I think his name is like Juice or something. And I like went on and I looked online to see if I could find him, and I was like, is this him? And he was like, I think it might be him. And I DM'd him on Instagram, and he had 9,000 followers. And I was like, man, I want to work with you. Like, I love your music and stuff. And I was like, when are you coming to LA? He was like, I'll be there in 1 week. He got there. We set up a session. We're in the recording studio, and there's like, he didn't even have a record deal yet. Like, there's like all the people are there trying to sign him. And I remember we were chilling, and he goes in the recording booth, and I played one beat, and not only does he like come up with melody and lyric, he came up with the whole thing right in one take and did the whole song. And then I was like, what? And then I put on another beat, and he did it again, and then another beat, and he did it again. And we recorded 6 songs that first night.
Crazy. How talented you guys are. That's so great. So we're going to end this session with just 2 last questions. What's next for Benny Blanco, and what is your message to your Malaysian fans?
Oh my God. First of all, my Malaysian fans, I had no idea that you guys like my music so much.
We love your music.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And all the support you guys have given me throughout the years is insane. Thank you. Stay safe. You gotta be careful. You gotta wear your mask and be and stay socially distanced. And then in 2021, what do I have coming up? I'm working on an album. I'm releasing a new song in January.
Awesome. We are so can't wait to play more songs of Benny Blanco on the station. And thank you so much for your time. You're so lovely.
Thank you so much.
Fly FM.